everyone, check this beast out. Welcome to a review of the Mercedes E250. This is a 1.8 Sport Coupe, and doesn't she look absolutely beautiful? So this is the Sport and not the AMG. So with the AMG you get slightly deeper front bumpers and also revised alloy wheels, but as you can see in the Coupe, whether you go for the AMG or not, this car just looks so beautiful. And I think this is the one that looks much better than even the facelifted version. So you'll see from about 2013 the facelifted version had a all-in-one light cluster, but this is my favourite. Just look at the curves on that. Doesn't she just look amazing? All the lines, the creases, everything's just perfect on this car. I just cannot fault it whatsoever. Look at the nice sporty haunch at the back there, and then the pillarless mirror glass and everything. This beautiful, exquisite. And even on the back you've got the fake diffusers, but even in the back, as you can see, it's just lovely. In this sports spec, I've got to say, it's one of those understated elegance type ones, whereas the AMG is a little bit more in your face with the deeper spoilers and the side skirts. But I've got to say, I think I'm usually always recommend getting the AMG, but I think, you know what, I'm starting to like this version. She looks lovely. Imagine that coming at you from behind. Fantastic aggressive look. Let's have a look at the interior. Lovely sports seats, super comfortable. And this particular one, if you've seen my condition video or my earlier video about picking up 3 cars in 30 minutes at VCA, it's done only 24,000 miles. It's 12 years old, and look at it. It looks like it's just come out of the factory. And the quality of it, unlike the current Mercedes ranges, if you see, look at the soft quality plastics and wood inlays that are used. So the current ones look stylish, but the quality of materials is very poor, I gotta say, compared to the BMW. But here, I mean, this is just lovely. Even the door feels heavy. Look how thick the glass is. It's not even double glazed, and look how thick it is. And the back is very spacious, and because of the roof line being relative, although it looks sporty, it's actually quite square, so you can get adults in the back here. You get adults in the back. Of course, leg room. So I had to pause the video so I can get the show you. Legroom isn't that great, but the way the seat bolsters are quite thick, you can actually lie back, and then gives you a nice comfortable ride. So you can get 2 adults in the back here pretty comfortably. And you got Isofix as well, if you're brave enough to get your kids in there. The reason I say brave is, look, you don't get much space. It's a coupe after all, so you don't get much space. So you gotta be a contortionist to get your kids in here, get them out, etc., without banging your head on the roof. So I wouldn't advise it, but otherwise, yes, very lovely jubbly. Let's go for a drive. So off we go, and it pulls very well. It feels a bit lackluster, but it's not unsurprising. This is a 1.8 engine, and it's you can feel it that it is a little bit underpowered for such a big vehicle as the E-Class Coupe, but it does what it says on the tin, really. That's not the stated purpose of this E250 1.8. The 1.8 here is for those of you who want to be able to drive leisurely, in comfort and in style, and with fuel economy in mind. And to be honest, it's got enough poke. You'll still stay in in touch with traffic, etc. on the motorway. It's just won't be that enthralling, and it's not your throw you back on the back of the seat type driving experience. So if you're looking for that, you should really, I would say, get the E350, and because the diesels aren't very popular these days, otherwise I would have said the 220 CDI would have had enough poke in there to deal with the power shortage that you're getting with a 1.8. Otherwise, I've got to say, it's a good car, good power, enough power really for leisurely driving, get from A to B in the stylish way. And look at the interior. I've got to say, I feel really special driving this car. It just feels special. The material quality is really good. The seats are nice and comfy, these sports seats. And it is on the sports suspension, so it is a little bit on the hard side and jittery over humps and potholes, so you do feel them a little bit, but the seats are very supportive, and so it shouldn't be too problematic. And this will be lovely motorway cruiser, I've got to say. That's probably its best selling point really, this car. A cruiser on the motorway. Lovely Grand Tourer. You could go down Europe in this and not have a problem whatsoever. Yeah, look at that. Lovely. Visibility is excellent. Loads of glass everywhere. Yeah, and the seating is nice and low, so you feel like you're in a sports car, but not so low that it's uncomfortable and you can't see where you're going. So, fantastic. Let's go for a final review. Okay, so that was a nice drive. Lovely car. So lovely. So what do I suggest you look out for? Well, when you get these cars, it depends on your requirements. Do you want these E-classes where they're economical but you want the elegance? Or if you've got a little bit more of a deeper pocket, then I can give you a different choice. So if you've got a bit more money, then I would suggest getting the E350 for that extra power that this size of car truly deserves. And if you're after economy, then this is the one. This E250 1.8 petrol is the pick of the range for getting from A to B in superb elegance, but with fuel economy to match, and also maintenance costs aren't that much. To give you an example, this car just flew through its MOT, but before I did the MOT, I changed the discs and pads, and they were literally the price I'd paid for a Ford Mondeo. So the price of the parts, etc., are not that bad on a 1.8, but when you go for the larger engined ones, get ready for big bills, big parts bills, big maintenance history. If you get them serviced at Mercedes, expect a basic service to set you back at least 400-500 quid. The service B nearer, I would say, £800-900 pounds. But obviously the 1.8 is a little bit cheaper, but not much cheaper, to be fair. Mercedes is always expensive, the main dealers, but that's I'm afraid the par of the course. You cannot expect to buy executive cars and not pay executive money for maintenance, but this comes as close as possible to giving you that executive lifestyle, but for Ford Mondeo type money in terms of maintenance. But go for any larger engine than that, oh man, you need to have quite a lot of money, to be fair, to keep them on the road. Otherwise, reliability wise, they're on a par with all the other executive cars. Don't expect them to be as reliable as the Toyota, because that's not what these Mercedes, BMW, Audis are for. They're technically got a lot more complex stuff going on underneath in terms of the engineering, so they cost a lot more to maintain because of that. So do bear that in mind. Otherwise, lovely car. Would I recommend it over the 6 Series? Oh, definitely yes. It looks so much more elegant. With the 6 Series, I think it looks lovely, but it's like a boy racer kind of image, whereas this one, you've got the understated elegance, so you can actually be with the it crowd when it comes to the younger jet set, but also you can turn up in more sophisticated outlets or environments, shall we say, and not look out of place or look too loutish. So this has the perfect combo of elegance and sporty looks that we all crave for. And so it's my pick of all the coupes in the executive class. Better than the BMW 6 Series, better than the Audi A5, A6, sorry. So go for it if you can get one. But what I would say is, please, 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 if you've seen, I've not had many of these up for sale because I'm very picky. These ones have to have full maintenance history. If these don't have maintenance history, do not touch them. Believe me, the costs are gonna mount up, and it's gonna cost the same equivalent of buying a house in Birmingham, I would say. You know, it's that bad. So this one has 10 main dealer service histories. It's only done 24,000 miles. That's why I got it. Full Mercedes service history, and it's just had the couple of owners. So that's the key thing. Make sure they don't have many owners. Make sure they have main dealer service history. And importantly, if you're a novice and you don't know what you're doing, pay the 180 odd quid that AA charge for an inspection. It's very important you do that. Okay? Otherwise, look at this beauty. Go get her if you can afford her. She's the best coupe in town. Okay, hope you like this one. Like and subscribe, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.